To be completely honest with you, we weren't even meant to be a part of any of this today. We've come, funnily enough, for the Houses of Parliament, which we won't shout too loud because I'm sure people will be a little bit angry at the fact that that's why we're here. So we're just. Why are you here again? Sorry, I didn't hear that. So we're here for the house.
It is Friday morning, about 6 o'clock, or just before 6 actually. It's 5:45. I'm just waiting for my first train of the day. It's a really nice morning here in Glasgow actually. The sky's pretty clear. Apparently it's meant to be raining though. A wee bit chilly, but yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, and I feel a bit silly saying this, but I actually really can't be bothered with this. Yeah, I don't know, I just woke up this morning going, do you know what, I just don't know if I've got it in me, but obviously you have kind of accountability to a few other people that you've said you're going, and I think that's why these things work, is because you if you go in groups, then it keeps you accountable. Because yeah, I'm not gonna lie, getting up this morning and the idea of a train all the way down to London to, apparently it's meant to be raining, to stand in the rain, didn't appeal to me too much, to be honest. And I think I just want to keep this really honest. I don't want to make it anything that it isn't. So yeah, I think it's important to say that at this point in time, don't know if I'm really that looking forward to it. Maybe there's a bit of nerves in there as well. Maybe I just was quite enjoying looking forward to a weekend of just chilling out. But yeah, it's too late now. I'm already waiting for the train. So that's the first capture of this trip. About 20 minutes to kill before the train, so I'm gonna go and try and find myself some sort of breakfast. So I ended up in Tim Hortons. Couldn't really find any independent or small shops open at this time. You kind of feel like you're doing one good thing, getting a train down, gonna go and like, make your voice heard or be part of a collective of people doing something, and then on the other side you're buying breakfast from a company that I don't know if they've got the best credentials on the climate. Probably not. They're a large chain, so yeah, that's quite hard to deal with in your head, but I don't think that's unsurprising. Yeah, it's just kind of accepting that and go and crack on. That's me arrived in London Euston, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. Managed to do a wee bit of work and had a little sleep and charged my phone, which is probably the thing I'm most anxious about. Also a wee bit cringe, this idea of walking along the street or in the train station talking to myself. I'm not really used to that just yet, but yeah, I'll try and get used to it here. Definitely stepping out my comfort zone there. This is not, I'm not enjoying this right now, but I suppose it's all part of it. So yeah, gonna make my way to Parliament Square just now. It's raining here, which I expected, so yeah, and I might get a bit of food first and then I'll head there. I feel like it'll be pretty packed there, so I want to arrive having eaten something. I'm just going to go around, and my plan is to find at least 10 people to talk to.
I'm here today for the sake of my grandchildren. The only thing that was open for me to do was to join the people that were making a noise about climate change. And it was Extinction Rebellion in 2019. And it was just beginning to build a head of steam, and then COVID happened. But it's great that I'm able to reconnect with this movement, because somebody has got to call this government to account.
So I'm from Plymouth, and you might have seen in the news, we recently had a lot of trees cut down on Armada Way that started in the middle of the night. And I was following that campaign for a while, and I'm in uni, so from my halls I watched them cut the trees down in the middle of the night when they thought no one would come along and protest it. And I was like, you know what, we just can't stand for this anymore. And that really, I'm umming and ahhing whether to come or not, and that was the tipping point of like, yeah, okay, I've had enough of this now, let's kind of do something and just be part of that movement.
It was well over 20 years ago when I heard about the jet stream slowing down and the possibility of us either going into another ice age or possibly global warming, or global warming causing an ice age or something. Very vague in my memory. And then I came to I went to first climate camp in 2006, because I started to get very concerned about what was happening to the environment.
First time, no.
No,
Since-
not
Definitely since COVID, but
yeah, we kind of I came to the previous Extinction Rebellion march, checked out the big pink boat in Oxford Circus. That was pretty wild. And then we obviously had a peek at the Brexit march.
oh yeah, we were here for the Brexit march. That was massive. Yeah,
It was a big boy. So we're fairly accustomed to a protest.
As a child, I was brought up in a place where we had access to nature, and I've always been interested in that sort of stuff. And then working with Trisha was really important to me to recognise that you can't take the people out of the environment. It's all interconnected, and people are suffering, as well as the more than human drugs. People, the nature, the animals, we're all suffering together, and we're in a really dire situation. So I've recognised it for a long time. And I've actually been doing something today, but I've made sure that when I got the train, I came straight to the campaign.
Something everyone should be getting on board with, regardless of if you, don't know.
It makes more logical sense to do things in a different way. We was literally just saying that like it's so weird that no one does things off like the wind and the sun when that's just logical.
It's just the most practical way to do it, yeah.
The way they're talking about climate change is just pure rhetoric, just kicking it in the long grass, to be honest. They've got all the right words, but it's, I know it's a popular phrase now, greenwashing, but we need urgent action. And we need urgent action now. As Greta Thunberg says, the house is on fire. We need emergency services. We need an emergency response from government, and they haven't got it.
I think we are in a crisis, and it feels like 15 to 20 years of campaigning, and we haven't managed to shift government. And it's like we need government to change, we need the whole system to change, we need to move away from consumerism and just caring about the planet more.
Yeah.
I've been for the past week or so trying to recruit as many people as I can to come here, and I've had like various responses. Some like messages yesterday being like, "Oh, sorry, mate, can't be asked."
A lot of people would say, "I care about climate change, but I can't be bothered," which is a complete contradiction.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a protest, like people make out on the media, protests like dead aggressive, something's going on, but everyone's just dead angry.
Protesting itself, I think traditionally has a bad reputation, and I think it's actually just we need everyone to kind of rethink what that image is and what it actually means to kind of speak and use our voice. And I think we're doing a good job. But this event is so friendly and welcoming, and it's not considered as extreme as what you would traditionally consider a protest to be. It's chill. It's fun.
Why not? You got to support the cause. It's no use sitting at home typing away like a keyboard warrior about it. You gotta be there to make the difference, I suppose.
It's kind of the first action that I'm being part of. I followed it for a long time, but never actually joined in. But this one's quite a nice one because it's a lot more. It's not sitting in the road blocking cars and things like that. There's a lot more community activism and like just that sense of working together to make a change and being part of something.
This one I think was advertised as more like friendly to bring kids along as well, and I think that also like drives the numbers up of people who are here. So
we have a voice, and you know, I want my voice to be heard, and I want the thousands and thousands and millions of other voices to be heard through democratic processes. We cannot kick the can down the road any longer. Now is the time for action.
So I'm just going to wrap things up now. My phone's on about 15%, so I need to leave some to get home with. Yeah, it's been a really cool day. I've met loads of different people. Tried to kind of capture, I suppose, different perspectives. It's yeah, some really interesting stories and lots of different motivations, which is probably what was the most interesting thing. So yeah, looking forward to putting it all together.